Okay, here we go. Much better. Let's get you all some music. See, you have music? No, you do not. Why don't you have music? Okay, right thing, of course. The interface is always right. Hello again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I see we have some people watching the stream. You're all very welcome. Please give a follow. We are crafting some stuff, and now we are painting. We crafted some walls, now we are painting some walls. We crafted these walls last two streams ago. Last stream we base coated them black. Now we are giving them the finishing touches so that they are ready to be used on a game this Saturday. I am overbrushing them with this grey color just to give them a pop of white. Okay, here we go. The walls are painted. We have some stairs as well to paint. Same thing, just overbrush with this white color. Now, the thing I notice on tiles, the foam texture ball works really well. On smaller pieces of terrain, no, it's just not worth doing. At least not on the sides. On the top, yes, it works. On smaller, more detailed surface, yeah, it's not enough detail to warrant. The trouble and the finger pain that texturing with a foam ball causes. Here we go. We have stairs. Now I have some minis here, and if we have time, I will start to paint them. I'll start to paint by painting this one. It's a wizard mini. And I also have this cool spider drow mini, which if any of my players is watching this stream, no, it's not what you think. Now, the stair tiles have a much simpler paint job, just because they need to match my other tiles, my other stone tiles, and they have a very simple paint job. The idea was to make them in bulk. Now I will try to make a video tomorrow, or maybe Saturday, where I show you how I prepare the room and the table for a session. Usually the room we'll be playing is not the room we usually play. We usually play my garage. We'll be playing in the living room. I will show you how I prepare any table, really. How I set up things behind my screen. And how I set up things for the players themselves. I got some rolling dice trays today. That was a nice buy. I wanted to get some for quite a while now. Dice trays were relatively cheap, so I bought them. I bought 3. We got 5 players, including me. So one side of the table will have a rolling tray, another side will have another, and I have my special one. Okay, here we go. Now, the advantage of overbrushing, it's dry. You don't have to worry about it. You shouldn't still be touching it all willy-nilly. Try not to touch the paint a lot, but you can do the top now and you'll be just fine. Now this is not all I'm doing to the walls. I'll be doing some detail work on them. But if you just want something simple and quick, there you go. You can build a bunch of this in the morning, paint them. Then you go have lunch. By the time you finish lunch, paint should be dry. And you can do these next steps. You have a bunch of walls in a day. I built 6, you can build how many you think you need. I will probably return this build later. I will probably need more at some point, but for now, 6 sounds about right. Oh, we can. Sorry, I'm trying to get the music volume just right, both myself and you guys. Okay, this should be better. Just one more stair. I'm going to try and use all the paint that's here. I don't, but I'm gonna. Yeah, not gonna work just like this. There we go. And this. Okay, staircases are done. We can put them aside here. They can dry without any issues. I did 4, I'll probably only use 2 in game, and they work just fine. Clean up the brush, even though I'm not gonna use this for the next step. Still, clean up your brushes, people. Okay, the next step is with the walls. We are going to use some of this brown here. Okay. We don't need a lot of it. We are going to pick out some stones, bricks on our stone walls, and selectively paint them. Let me see if I have a decent brush for this. Oh, these are my miniature brushes. Okay, here we go. We got some nice brushes for this desk. The other one, let's see, this one, just paint it with this new color. I am doing this, you don't have to, just doing this to give a few more interest to the build. In this case, this one in the corner, for example, and since it's the same one that goes around, paint all sides of it. Let's say this one here. Trick, which is not really a trick. Is do enough so that it looks like it's random, but not too many and not in too similar places so that it doesn't look like they would put them back on purpose. Even though they will put them on purpose. We choose places. For instance, I might now skip a row and let's go for this one. And let's skip a row again. Let's do another corner one. corner ones are always fun. They give you a lot of brick and a lot of detail by just painting a single brick. There we go. Nice little thing. Now, top one here, let's say this one. And since it's top one, you have another side, another visible side in here. This one. Let's go over to this side. Do the same thing. I'm gonna do one here. Which all side ones are corner ones. Right, actually, let's do it. This one down here. Let's go for this one. This is the part that will probably take the longest. Just picking out bricks and doing this detailed work. Yeah, this one is. Sometimes they'll just fall for you, like, yeah, you would look good in it. I would say this one is done, even though on this side it looks very naked. The top looks naked as well. I'll do this one here. That the top looks very good now. This side does not look like. Yeah, one on the side of each other. Good. Right here. Yeah, this works. There we go. Much better. First one. Let's move on to the second one. We are moving on pretty quickly. Did not expect to be spending balls this fast. This is a cool one. It has 3 sides to the brick. We did have one of those, and the other one as well. We just paint all 3 sides. There we go. Simple. And here, same thing, 3 sides. And let's say this one here. Good. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's move on to this side. this one here. And this one here. And this one looks good to me. You don't want to overdo bricks. Sometimes good to have a wall or two that have less bricks and feel less bricks, because I assume, at least that's my internal logic for this, the bricks that are a different color are newer ones, and they are stones that were kind of either damaged or just fell off and someone went there and put a new brick. Some walls are in better condition than others, and all of them shouldn't have an equal number of different colored stones. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Use your terrain as an opportunity to world build a bit. Yes, you should make it somewhat generic. Give it some flavor. And that flavor does not need to be different colored bricks. It can be, let's say my campaign takes place in the north, cold, the colder area, so all the trees I use have snow on them. That's a little detail. But my grass tiles don't have snow on them. And that's because I want my grass tiles to be generic. And always say they have snow, it's just not represented. And my players know that. They know it's common occurrence to snow there. But it's just not shown. Good to me. I'd like to start with either this side or the top, just because it will then give me two sides at least at the same time. I'm going to watch the new FNAF movie. You know, if you're watching this, I don't know how many years in the future, it's the second movie. I don't know if there's going to be like a. There will probably be movies make a lot of money, and they will probably keep making them until they stop making money. It's the second movie. I talked about this in yesterday's stream. I liked the first movie. I wasn't his biggest fan, but it was a decent movie. It was a kids horror film, and that's what it was trying to be, and they did a very good job at it. FNAF, it's franchise, kids. Its main audience, are not kids, but it was designed for kids even more. No, I believe with the new games, I haven't played them. I have very little interest in playing the new games. I'm thinking maybe this stream will be a bit shorter, maybe just an hour instead of my usual 2. Just so we paint this, we do a bit of miniature painting as well, and it will be that. I'm trying to get a schedule together. Hey, someone joined. How you doing? We are crafting some walls and painting them. Then we'll move on to miniature painting. Do you play D&D? And here we go. All the terrain pieces are done. think we can now move miniature painting. It is always more fun than just brain building and painting. At least we can play around with some cool details, some cool minis. Move big jugs of paint. We won't need them today. I have somewhere, because the mini I'm painting does not have a base, we have to base them. So I have my materials here. Is this 1 inch? Yeah, this is a 1 inch base. So I'll base them in this wood circle thing. Looking for my paintbrushes, my good ones. No. It's always the last one you check. There we go. Special material, super glue. I have a super glue in the model and glue him to its new base. There we go. Just leave him to dry a bit. Now this model is based on an actual character from the book, because this is a module. I'm running a version of Last Mines of Fandalwood. So I'm going to see what he looks like. Okay, he is an elf. He wears red robes, which makes sense because he has the red cloaks. Yeah, makes sense. I'm going to get this image on screen here. Here we go. Here's our class staff reference. Is the one we are trying to emulate. So it is not gluing to this base. Let's see if I have another 1 inch here. I have this kid's base. This will work most definitely. Most likely. Bit of pressure. That's weird. Still not gluing. Wonder why. Okay, that's why it has some things in the base that it's not letting it actually stick. Oh. I wasn't asking nicely for this thing to glow, so I guess we'll move to extreme measures. Hot glue. I have never hot glued the mini to a base before. There is a first time to everything. Just going to let the plugin warm up a bit and collect some paints. So, skin. I'm using Vallejo paints. Vallejo in color. Deep, darker skin. Red. I have red. I must have some red. Oranges. Yeah, they work. Where's my red? Red. There we go. Red. Dark blue for the staff and some lighter blue. Any other colors? Black. Always. It's always good to have some black. We have gray and we have black. Mini is wearing a belt, so some brown, some leather. And this looks about it, right? He has some metallics on him, so should probably get him some either gunmetal or brass. Yeah, some bronze. There you go. These are all the paints that we will use. Hot glue gun is hot, ready to go. And just stick glass stuff down, yeah? Can unplug the hot glue gun and put it in its rightful place. Grab my red palette. I'm feeling a little brave, so I'll start with the face. I'm using Vallejo red leather. There's the in. There we go. Just a dab of it. This is a WizKids mini. It does not have the best amount of detail, and this hand is supposed to have a spell coming out of it. I never attached spell to the hand because it gives the miniature a lot of bigger area than it should occupy on the table. It occupies a 2 by 1 space instead of just a 1 by 1. And it is very hard to actually place it when you're doing combat. And I know facing doesn't really matter in D&D, but I like to think I like my enemies facing the players. It's always a cool thing to do. Some deep breath. Let's go cape with this. There we go. Nice coverage. This is Vallejo Bloody Red. I use it on my salamanders as well. As the base color for the lava. It is a very powerful red. Miniatures with capes are always a nightmare to paint, especially if the cape already comes attached to the miniature, like WizKids minis. The thing that Warhammer and Games Workshop minis don't have the problem because they come unassembled. I think WizKids really should make their minis. I'm not saying give us sprues like Games Workshop, because it's not really worth it, but give us a few pieces instead of just the full assembled miniature. Just so we can choose how to assemble this thing and what best order to paint them. If you want to give us weapons, that's awesome, but you don't have to. Although it would be very cool if in every mini, especially fighter minis, no, not magical users, normal people, you would give us a few weapon options other than just 2, which is usually a sword and sometimes an axe, sometimes a mace. Don't really give us a lot of options. And I know I'm complaining about nothing. If I want a lot of options, I can go to other companies. I can even go to Games Workshop and buy Middle Earth minis, which is actually a very good idea if I want cards. But the problem is, most people will recognize Tolkien elves and Lord of the Rings elves, dwarves and all those characters. And I don't want them in my game. Same thing with orcs. If I want a bunch of orcs, I could just go buy Games Workshop orcs. But if I go to Warhammer Fantasy, the orcs are not really my thing, and if I go to Middle-earth games, Orkai are very recognizable figures. Okay, I'll go to the hair now. Which, the hair is, of course, black. There we go, some black. Really diluted the paint. That's fine. There we go. A nice head of hair in this mini. I think I'm gonna go for his shoes now. As you can see, I don't have a plan on the best way to go paint miniatures. I just go for whatever feels right now. These are one-piece miniatures, so I don't have to be do exactly the same paint job No, then it's not a army. An army, it's not Warhammer. Staff now? So, staff is supposed to be glass. Glass is transparent. Cannot paint something transparent, not a color. Characteristic, so I'll paint it blue to represent transparency. Another some gold now. I think magic is a gold staff. Important should have gold on him. With the important he thinks he has. Because he might think he's best magic user in the realm. We all know he's just a pawn or a much bigger. Right. Because level 5 party will not just fight best magic user in the realm and live to tell the tale. That's not how these things work. But he thinks he's the best, so he would dress as the best, and that includes lots of gold. There we go. Some gold on his belt. And some gold holding his cape. Yeah, looks really good, actually. Now doing some lighter reds, aka oranges. Orange is kind of an annoying color to paint. It has very low coverage. Okay, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Diminis has all the base coats done. Just need some detail work. And I think I will do it. We'll do that next stream. Hope everyone that stopped by liked it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.